Well, we have 4 games tomorrow. So during tomorrow, at some point, we're looking at possibly, probably, likely doing a live stream. So it likely won't be during the games. So we're looking at, let's see, this one starts at 12:30 Eastern, so that's 9:30 in the morning. And then this one starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm thinking maybe around noon hour my time, 3 o'clock Eastern, somewhere around there. I'll set the live stream up early so you guys have at least a few hours warning. So, yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and jump in because we haven't done a live stream since Christmas and it's January 18th, so why not? And we're up to the All-Star break pretty much, so a lot of stuff to get into. First up, Boston in against Pittsburgh, and yes, I'm wearing Boston. I want to believe. I want to believe that this is actually the start of this team getting it together on a regular basis. So Boston has been very good at times and poor at closing out games at others. They're 28, 9, and 12 overall. The 9 is what people focus on. To me, it's the 9 and 12 put together equaling 21. So that's 28 wins in 49 games. Now, Pittsburgh has 30 wins in 48 games, so they're 30, 13, and 5. Over their last 10, Boston's 5, 2, and 3. Pittsburgh's 7, 2, and 1. So Pittsburgh's been very good. On the road, Boston's 12, 7, and 3. At home, Pittsburgh's 17, 5, and 3. So I am wearing this likely to my own detriment. But you know what? I will believe. I will believe for tomorrow. I will. Because we're going to the All-Star break. I will believe that this is gonna go in Boston's favor. Scoring, Marchand, 21 goals, 43 assists, 64 points. A lot of talk about him since he missed on that shootout opportunity. I don't think it bothers him a whole lot. He's making light of it as well. And honestly, with 64 points, he's having a pretty good year. Torrey Krug, 5 goals, 26 assists. If they do not manage to find a way to keep Krug under the cap next year, they will miss him tremendously. Danton Heinen, 7 goals, 13 assists. Brandon Carlo, 4 goals, 10 assists. And Anders Bjork, 7 goals, 7 assists. If you want somebody on the Bruins that might go on a run, it'd be Bjork. Now, Rask is out with a concussion. He's 17, 4, and 6. 925 save percentage. So while Halak hasn't been confirmed in the middle of the night, I would imagine he'll be in net. 11, 5, and 6, 921 save percentage. I would think he'd have to get hurt for Vladar to get any time. And no, I'm not advocating for him to get hurt, so no thanks, hockey gods. On the Pittsburgh front, Malkin, 15 goals, 34 assists, 49 points. He's been fantastic. Cahoon, 10 goals, 17 assists. Crosby, 8 goals, 15 assists. Let's hope he doesn't get 4 points tonight or tomorrow morning against the Bruins. Hornquist, 11 goals, 7 assists. And Aston Reese, 5 goals, 6 assists. I like Zach Aston Reese. He's a guy, too, that I think has more offensive upside than we've seen so far. I would imagine it's Jari tomorrow. He's 16, 7, and 1 with a 929 save percentage. Matt Murray's numbers have been getting better. He's 14, 6, and 4 with an 899 save percentage. He was down to 896, though, so he is getting better. Slowly but surely. It's the slowly that bothers people, but he is getting better, and his overall record isn't bad. So we'll see what happens in this one, and that's your early game. Now, at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific, that's when we get into the Islanders in Carolina. The Islanders have to come out with some fire because right now, and I mentioned it in my power rankings video, they're in trouble. This is a team that is in trouble. The Islanders 28, 15, and 4 overall, whereas the Carolina Hurricanes are 27, 18, and 3. So if Carolina wins this one in regulation, they start giving the Islanders some nightmares about teams behind them. They should be having those nightmares now, but if Carolina wins this in regulation, those nightmares become a little bit more real. Over their last 10, the Islanders are 4, 5, and 1. Over their last 10, Carolina's 5, 4, and 1. So very similar records over their last 10. They both need to get it together. On the road, the Islanders are 13, 8, and 1. Carolina's 15, 8, and 1. Carolina's sitting just below the playoff line. The Islanders still sitting in third in their division, but looking over their shoulder at these guys. Now, scoring. In the Islanders' case, Nelson, 19 goals, 18 assists, 37 points. Beauvillier, 12 goals, 16 assists, I should say, for 28 points. Eberle, 7 goals and 16 assists, might be picking up his scoring. Cizikas, 10 goals and 4 assists. He's on pace for almost 20 goals again. And Noah Dobson, 20 games, 1 goal, 3 assists for the New York Islanders. Now, On the goaltending front, Varlamov played today, so he's 15-8-4 with a 915 save percentage. Greiss should play tomorrow. He's 13-7 with a 921 save percentage. Both goaltenders have had good games and bad games lately, so they're going back and forth as to who the better goaltender is. Over the last week, I would say Greiss. Over the weeks prior, I would say Varlamov. Your guess is as good as mine what we'll get tomorrow. On the Carolina front, Teravainen still leads them in scoring with 9 goals and 36 assists. Dzingel, 8 goals, 18 assists. Slavin, who will likely be looking for probably a few more points while Dougie Hamilton's out. 4 goals, 18 assists for him. Eric Howla, 11 goals, 8 assists. And Hayden Fleury, 25 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. He may also have a more prominent role while they're missing Dougie Hamilton. Mrazek, 17-12-2 with a 904 save percentage. Reimer's listed as likely tomorrow. I would imagine he plays. He's 10-6-1 with a 919 save percentage. He's the better goaltender. So this time of year, you should be playing the better goaltender. And that would be Reimer. It's pretty simple setup at this point. And for Carolina, they don't have any room for error. That room for error is gone. For the Islanders, it's quickly disappearing as well. Boy, the East is turning into quite the race now, isn't it? Not that the West is any shame, or not being put to shame by that either. All right, moving along. Columbus. Ah, yes, the hottest team in the NHL being Columbus, in against the New York Rangers, who aren't doing too badly for themselves either. 25-16-8 now is the record of the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're 10-7-6 on the road. All of these numbers are getting better. The Rangers, they're 23-19-4 overall. They're 6-4 in their last 10, and they're 13-8-2 at home. They like playing at home. Columbus, not too scared of playing on the road anymore as they were early in the year. And what do you know? Both of them are relevant, and it's late January. We're getting to the All-Star break, and they're both still relevant. So the funny thing is I saw an article today that was, is it too early to... Basically, it was along the lines of, is it too early to call the Rangers sellers? Yeah, absolutely. That's why I haven't said it. That's why every time I hear, well, Kreider's going to go here. Well, I think Kreider's going to go there. It's like, why is Kreider going anywhere if they're still in the hunt for a playoff spot? Unless they can make a hockey trade, it makes no sense to give up Kreider. Now, I understand there's going to be Rangers fans saying, well, we can't lose him for nothing. I'm not saying lose him for nothing. I'm saying hold on to Kreider and try to keep him. I don't get it. Anyways, Werenski, 15 goals and 14 assists, has been quite the story on the blue line. We're talking about all kinds of defensemen that are Norris this and Norris that. Werenski deserves some consideration there as well. Atkinson, 12 goals and 14 assists. He's been really good on the score sheet since he came back. Foligno, 6 goals, 14 assists. Gavrikov, 4 goals and 7 assists. And Lilia had a goal tonight. He's now sitting at 2 goals and 2 assists. Korpisalo is still there with 17 wins, 10 losses, and 4 overtime or shootout losses. 913 save percentage. But Elvis Merzlikins is now rocking a record of 8-6-4 and a 928 save percentage. Yeah, 928 save percentage for Merzlikins right now. He's been kind of sort of fantastic. Remember how low that save percentage was at the time Korpisalo got hurt, and realize those games are still in there. His save percentage since he took over has got to be around 940. Panarin, 26 goals, 42 assists for 68 points. He is the reason we're still talking about the Rangers as being relevant. D'Angelo, 12 goals, 25 assists, 37 points. He plays a one-way game, and boy, what a one-way it is. Zibanejad, 18 goals, 19 assists, 37 games. He's played 37 points in less than 37 games. He's having a very good season himself. Brady Shea, 6 goals, 14 assists on the blue line. And Howden with 6 goals and 6 assists. In net, it's going to be Shesterkin tomorrow. Now, Georgiev's 12-9-1 with a 913 save percentage. Lundqvist is 9-10-3 with a 907 save percentage. Shesterkin's 2-0 with a 926 save percentage. 3 goaltender rotation, and right now it's working. That being said, for how long? How long do the Rangers do this before they say, all right, Georgiev's going to go? It's not Lundqvist. It's not. Jackie Redmond had a tweet, I think it was early this morning, on everybody's talking about Georgiev. Well, why can't they trade Hank? And I didn't even respond to it because I thought everybody's going to be just browbeating her in the comments about the no movement clause and all of this. My only answer to that would be simple. Your market value for Henrik Lundqvist right now is going to be relatively low. There's no reason to move him right now. Georgiev, on the other hand, becomes expendable if Shesterkin's ready. And so far, he looks ready. And that that evaluation continues tomorrow when he plays against Columbus, the hottest team in the league. So, there you go. And last game of the day, Chicago at home against Winnipeg. So, Chicago is absolutely in this race as well. They have put together quite the run. They've won 4 in a row. They're back in it. Now, Winnipeg is 25-19-4, and they're in danger of falling out of this. Over their last 10, they're 4-5-1, and on the road, they're 14-8-2. So while their wins are often spectacular, like the one over Vancouver, they are outnumbered by the losses they've been suffering over the last few weeks. On the Chicago side, they're 23-20-6. In their last 10, they're 7-3. So like I said, they've won 4 in a row. They've won 7 out of 10. They're 11-11-3 at home. So they're better on the road than they are at home. That has to change. This also should be a special night tomorrow night for Patrick Kane, unless Hellebuck denies him that. So scoring, we'll look at the Winnipeg Jets first, and then we'll get to Kane. Laine, 15 goals, 28 assists, 43 points. And the conversation is, we need Laine to get more goals now. Right, now that he's got the assists and he's become a pretty good setup man, now you need the goals. Pionk, 4 goals, 26 assists, still on pace for an excellent season. Pullman, 2 goals and 11 assists. Lucas Biza, 2 goals and 5 assists. Decent enough defense, those 3 guys. But, again, with Winnipeg, the cracks are starting to show. And Niku, who has been prominent since he came up, 6 games, 1 assist for him. They've had Niku playing with Pionk, and it's worked relatively well for them. We'll see if that continues to be a thing or how quickly he gets sent to the minors. I've got him on the board, so they'll probably send him to the minors before this post. They haven't already done it. Hellebuck, I would imagine, starts. He's 21-14-4 with a .920 save percentage. Laurent Brossoit 4-5 with an .885 save percentage. So there's a large difference between the starter and the backup in terms of save percentage and record. So you're going to play Brossoit, especially when you're this close to the All-Star break, and they're going to have a long break anyways. On the Chicago front, Patrick Kane has 999 points. Just one gets him to 1,000. 24 goals, 37 assists, 61 points so far. Not too shabby. He likely doesn't get the 110 he had last year, but he's still going to get 100. So, pretty good record for him overall. And I'm happy he's proved me wrong. I thought he was going to take a bigger step back than that this year, but he's been fantastic. Very hot and cold player, but when he's hot, he's one of the best in the league. DeBrincat, 12 goals, 21 assists. Still waiting for the goals from DeBrincat. Brandon Saad, 12 goals and 8 assists. He had a goal in his return tonight. Duncan Keith, a goal and 12 assists. His points totals are getting up there. Definitely better than what they were early in the season. And Kajula, 5 goals and 3 assists. He got on the board tonight, so we'll see if he's able to get on a run himself. And in net, I would expect Leonard, because Crawford played tonight. Leonard's 14-7-4 with a .923 save percentage. Corey Crawford has salvaged his record a little bit. He's now 9-13-2 and has a .910 save percentage. So winning the last couple and putting up good save percentage in those games has made his stats a little bit better. So we'll see what Chicago does tomorrow night against Winnipeg, because if they win and they get themselves that much closer to that goal, which is a playoff spot, they're the only 2 Western teams playing tomorrow. So this is an important game for both teams. Winnipeg can manage to turn the narrative around and maybe quiet some people down. If they lose this one in Chicago tomorrow night, that narrative is going to get a little bit stronger. That being said, they are pretty good on the road, those Winnipeg Jets. We'll see if that continues tomorrow night as well. Let me know your thoughts, winners, and all that in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing right through. You just happened upon this video. And now I am done for the night. The nice thing with having a clock here is you guys can see what time it is when I post these videos. And if you're on a big screen, you might even see that it's 20.3 degrees Celsius in this room. According to this, I do think this is measuring it as being warmer than it is. Humidity is 33%. So you guys can even check the humidity and go, is he comfortable right now? Yeah, he's probably pretty comfortable. So yeah, there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you again tomorrow.